I'm Israel Ramirez, and I'm president of Ternikalo 21. It's a youth Roma organization from Barcelona, Spain, and we develop projects and programs in the way to mobilize and to empower the Roma youth here in Barcelona. Also, I'm working in Union Romani, and here in the Union Romani, I attend my work here is about develop projects not only for youth, also publications, information, and employee and house projects. Here in Spain, I think we have the similar problems of Roma communities everywhere, about education, about work, about house, about papers. But it's true that the politics here in Spain maybe are a little bit better than other countries. For example, in the West Europe, or I don't know. I know a lot of problems in different countries in Europe, and in Spain maybe we have a little bit more support from the government. But we also have racism, we also have problems. We also have ghettos, and we also have problems with the education. The racism here is related to the work, to the house, to the education, I think, basically. Because if you are Roma, it's more difficult to find a job. If they know you are Roma, it's more difficult to find a house, to rent a house, for example. And you have more difficulties to finish your studies or to identify your culture in the school system. And also the press is against Roma, usually, and we can find more single problems, but in general there are the problems, I think. And what we are doing is try to helping with lobby the politicians, try to find lines of help for these depressed areas who they have not house or they have not scholarity, and we are trying to lobby and to develop projects in the way to help the Romas to have access of this primary service. So here, also in Spain, I can say we have a strong movement with NGOs about Roma. We have big NGOs who develop several projects, but it's not enough, I think. We need more help, more governmental projects, not only from the NGOs, in the way to change the situation and in the way to normalize the Roma situation here in Spain.
How is the situation of education?
In the last 30 years, we improved the situation of the education in Spain, because 35 years ago we have 80% of Roma who don't know read and write, and now only 10% of Roma don't know it. So we improved a little bit the situation about the basic education, but today we don't have too much Roma youngsters in the university. It's not usual for the Roma arrive to university, and I think this is the second step we must to realize, because it's very, very important for our community to have people with high studies, not only the basic studies. So we are working in this way, and also we are working to put Roma contents inside the school, because other way to have racism is never talk about the Roma culture in the school, and it's not. We think it's necessary for the Roma youngsters know about himself, so he rise his auto-esteem, and also for non-Roma to know to have knowledge about Roma culture is the good way to combat the racism and the stigma. So we try to put Roma contents in the school. This is also the second step we are trying to do.
How's the image of Roma in the Spanish media? How do the Roma are presented in
the Spanish media? Usually the image of Roma is bad. 85% of times is bad, and they connect always Roma population with criminality, with problems, with some kind of bad news. Or we are artists. That's the reality. We have a lot of problems to try to show the invisible Roma who are working, but it's not amazing for the media to put the focus in these people. So I must to say it's not a good relation with the press. We need to fight against this image, because a lot of programs project this bad image of Roma. It's a problem, I think.
Are Roma isolated from the society?
It depends the area, because Spain is a very big country and you can find Roma everywhere. So in some towns, some cities, you can find some kind of ghettos full of Roma, but in other cities you can find more mix of population. I don't think, for example, in Barcelona you can find Roma neighborhoods, but not only of Roma, also with immigrants from other countries. It's maybe high percent of Roma, but not only Roma there. But in other areas of Spain you can find ghettos, poor ghettos of Romas. Yes, I think it's the truth.